Good morning. Buenos días. Good morning, good morning. Does anybody have headsets this morning? Nadie tiene? You have headsets? Just want to make sure that they work. Vamos a asegurarnos que nos pueden oír. So good morning to everybody this morning. We want to welcome you to our U.C.O.P meeting, our parent meeting this morning. For those of you that have been joining us, welcome back. And for those of you that are here for the first time, we're happy that you're here joining us today. Parents, those of you that have the headsets, can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear? Yes? Okay. So good morning again to everybody. My name is Rebecca Morales. I am the Assistant Superintendent here at United ISD for Administration. I see a lot of familiar faces because I've seen you at our parent meetings. I was most recently the Executive Director for Federal Programs, but we have a new person that I'm going to be introducing to you this morning. But before I do, I want my staff to come over here, our Federal Program staff to come over here to the front. And I'd like to recognize them and give them a round of applause. They're the ones that did all this beautiful work for you parents to receive you today and make it very special for you. So if we can just have our staff. Yes, and we have some of them serving our breakfast this morning, but again, I just want to recognize them. They were here all day yesterday setting up, and again, they wanted to make sure that it was very special for you parents. So again, can we please give our staff a round of applause? Thank you all. So this morning we have some very special guests with us, and you know parents, those of you that have been joining us for these meetings, our meetings really have been all about mental health. They've been about safety because we know that that is the biggest need in our school district and in our community. So today we have a very special presentation for you all on some techniques. So we have one of our licensed professional counselors in the district, Ms. Xochitl Gladys, that's going to be talking to you this morning. And also, we want to welcome from Mix-It Laredo. She's actually one of our United South graduates. We want to thank her for giving of her time and her talents this morning. We have Ms. Artist Cel Serrano. So welcome, Ms. Serrano, and thank you again for being here. But before I do pass it on to them, parents, I want to introduce our new Executive Director for Federal and State Programs, Ms. Adriana Ramirez. So welcome, Ms. Ramirez. Again, parents, before I pass it on, we thank you again for being here with us this morning, and we hope you enjoy this morning's session. Ms. Ramirez?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and just thank you all for being here. This is my first U.C.O.P meeting, so I'm excited, and I'm excited that all of you are joining us today as parents. I know that time is always very valuable, and the fact that you're here with us today, the fact that you are participating in these U.C.O.P meetings means a lot. I know that everything that you all do is to make your children's time in our school system much better. And so we appreciate that. We always need our parents in order to make our schools number one. And so thank you all once again. It's a pleasure to see you. And as we continue to move forward, I hope to continue to see you all and that I hope to get to know you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good morning, parents. My name is Xochitl Gladys, and yes, I am the LPC for the LBJ feeder pattern. My job is to service students in the community for mental health, okay? And today I'm going to be talking about mindfulness, okay? So before we get into the mindfulness, I wanted to introduce my family and tell you a little bit about me. Again, my name is Ms. Gladys. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a community volunteer, and I'm also a counselor. I've been a counselor for 8 years, 9 years now, and I do have extensive background working with adolescents and adults. Thank you for joining me today in this journey and learning a little bit of what mindfulness can do for us. Oh, and I didn't talk about my other family, my LBJ family, right there in the middle. Very important in my life, aside from my family. Take a look at the pictures. What do you think it means to be mindful? Look at those pictures there. And so as you can see, we see it, someone with the mindful, right, of things. How many of us wake up in the morning thinking of the 101 things that we need to do? Right? I think all of us are guilty of that.
Like this.
And then look at the other picture. Look at the other picture. And when do we take a moment to just clear our mind? Some of us do. Maybe it's at night. Maybe it's in the shower, in your car before you get off to your home. But how many of us take the time to just clear our mind and just take a moment to be grateful or gratitude? I know some of us can go into doing a prayer at night or in the morning. So sometimes we think there's not enough time for us to be mindful, but there is. We just need to be creative and think of ways that we can be more mindful. Take a look at the pictures. What do you think it means to be mindful? So as you can see, there's a picture with the past. Your body is present, or is your mind in the future? Where is it? So where we need to be is in the present, right? In the now. I'm going to give you a definition of mindfulness. Mindfulness has many layers. Here is just one definition of mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. Non-judgmentally. So when our mind goes to not so many positive things, don't be judgmental about it. Bring it back. Because we tend to do that, right? So sometimes we are thinking about the past, and the past may not be very bright. And so just bring yourself to the present, or when we are thinking about the future. Sometimes we may be thinking positive things, which is good, but sometimes we're thinking about the future in a negative way. So without being judgmental, bring it back to the present and enjoy the moment. Enjoy what you're doing today, what you're doing in your present moment in life. Why do we need to practice mindfulness? So there's a lot of research. Even when they asked me to present on mindfulness, it's something that I'm beginning to do, that I'm starting to believe in it, and I've noticed a difference in me. It reduces stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia. It increases a sense of well-being, focus, attention. It's effective for pain management. It sharpens the memory. It develops empathy and compassion, which can improve relationships. It improves health and boosts immunity, improves confidence and emotional resilience. And it can be applied to a healthier diet or choices. How many of us want to feel better? How many of us want our family to feel better? Our kids? Even who doesn't want to focus more? Who doesn't want our kids to read better or be less depressed or feel less lonely? Mindfulness. And how can I practice mindfulness? Earlier I said it can be as easy as doing it while you're doing simple things. It can be formally, informally. Formally means meditation. You go through a formal meditation. And there's a lot of formal videos and trainings that you can look for in the community. And then there's the informal, be present and aware in everyday activities. Example, eating, your food choices, are they healthy? Amount of food consumed. Am I stuffed? Am I satisfied? Any routine activity that can be made into mindfulness practice when you bring your full attention to it. Just breathe. Just as breathing sustains our life, supplying oxygen to all the cells in our body, it also helps us to keep us balanced and grounded. Feeling upset, anxious, or just need to chill, simply breathe deeply. Inhale, exhale. So inhale through the nose and then exhale. And usually if you hold your breath for 4 seconds, and there's little short videos, they're called box breathing. They're 2 to 3 minutes. If you do that every day, I promise you, it's gonna make a world of a difference. And the more you practice it, the better you learn how to breathe. And again, it's called box breathing. This meditation is called the STOP method. Stressing out, stop. It's S for soft face, soft shoulders. T is for take 5 slow, deep breaths. O is for open chest, hands, palms up on the lap. And P is for posture. And I'm going to go ahead and play that video. How do I? Oh, I got you.
Welcome to a mindfulness-based stress reduction workbook channel. My name is Elisha Goldstein. It's my pleasure to have co-authored this book with Bob Stahl. Today I'm going to be introducing a key practice that you can sprinkle throughout your day to help you break out of autopilot and ground to the present moment and shift your attention to what you're really intending to focus on in the moment, or maybe what's most important in the moment, and changing your day this way. And so here it is. The acronym is STOP. It stands for stop, take a breath. So you're steadying your mind on your breath, observing your body, observing your feelings emotionally, observing how your mind is, if it's busy or calm, and then proceeding with what's most important right now. And so let's practice this for a moment, and then you can go ahead and do it on your own, or you can listen to this video over and over again, either way. But do sprinkle it throughout your day. So here we are. Taking a moment to just get in the seated position, and this is a position of wakefulness if possible. Mindfulness is often called the practice of falling awake. And so here we are with a sense of a straight spine, but maybe not too straight, just sitting in a comfortable, relaxed position. And so you're welcome to keep your eyes open, or if you'd like to, keep them closed, either way. So just taking a few deep breaths, collecting your attention. And so here we are, we can stop. And we can become aware of this breath as it comes in and goes out. Just becoming aware of breathing in this moment. You may take a moment to notice where you feel the breath most prominent in the body. That may be the tip of the nose, or the chest, or the belly. Just being aware of breathing and just taking this practice one breath at a time. Allowing yourself to use this breath as an anchor into this moment. And as we're breathing, we can become aware of this body, noticing the positioning of this body, if there's any tension or tightness anywhere in the body. Maybe there's a sense of feeling loose. Not judging any of this as good or bad or right or wrong, we're just being aware of it as it is. In doing this, we can also collect our attention onto our emotions, how we're feeling in this moment. Is there a sense that we're frustrated or irritated, or maybe bored, or maybe feeling excitement or joy? Whatever's there, again, not judging it, but just being aware of it and letting it be. And in the same respect, we can bring our attention to our minds and noticing thoughts for a moment, noticing if the mind is busy or if it's calm, or if it feels cloudy, or clear. And now with this awareness, with this breaking out of autopilot and grounding to this moment, we can ask ourselves, what's most important right now? What are we intending to be doing right now in this next moment? What are we wanting to do in this next moment? And as the answer arises, then continuing with that. May you be well.
Again, you can go back to the video to practice that. There's different exercises that I put here in the presentation that we will be able to share with you. This one is a breathing exercise. While doing this exercise, it can be helpful to place your hand on your belly to help you focus on your inhalations and exhalations. If and when you have a thought from the past, you can slide your hand to the left side of your belly. If you have a thought about something from the future or something that's coming up, example, a dance, a sport practice tonight, slide your hand on your belly to the right. Once you are able to bring your thoughts back to the present and the breath, move your hand back to the center of your tummy. And these are, again, exercises that you can do throughout your space and your time at home that help you practice mindfulness. Ways that we can be mindful every day. So again, while we're brushing our teeth, playing, conducting, doing a puzzle, watching the fire, painting, blowing bubbles, watching a sunset, or as simple as washing dishes, taking a walk, even cleaning. So see how simple is it? How many of us clean, right? But when we're cleaning, what are we thinking about? So that's what we have to be mindful. What's in our mind? Are we filling our mind with good things or bad things? And that's what we need to start thinking about. That awareness of what's on my mind. Is it something good or bad? While we're doing whatever we're doing. And reflecting. That's what mindfulness is. How was my day about? How did I feel during the day? What is my body telling me? Right? Remember, our body and our mind are connected. If we feel something, what is our body telling us? What are some things that our body might be telling us? What are some things that y'all think? I'm gonna ask.
I would say sometimes when I'm cleaning, I said, well, I should have done this instead of that, or if I do this, maybe I can get this. And I'm cleaning it, but my mind is just
Somewhere else, rushing, right? And what other things might come up? What is our body telling us when we feel a certain way that's not good? What other things can you think of? Claro que sí. He tenido amigos, familiares. Ay, no sé por qué me siento así. ¿De veras? ¿No sabes? Ay, no he parado en todo el día. Ok, take a break. A veces tenemos que tomar esa conciencia de que, a ver, ¿por qué me siento así? No sé por qué me siento tan cansada. Y no has parado en todo el día. Ok. Esa es una pregunta muy importante que nos tenemos que hacer todos los días. ¿Por qué me siento siempre con dolor? ¿O por qué siempre me siento tan triste? What's up here? Right? And it goes through our bodies. So that's the big thing. And be mindful without judging, and then, okay, this is what my body's telling me, right? Because it talks to us. They're connected. Remember, our body and our mind are connected all the time. And then we have our toothbrushing, our mindful bubble blowing, and how mindfulness empowers us. So I'm going to show you a short video. I hope I'm still with time. I know I have a limited time, but this video, I thought it was really nice to show, and it has a little message behind it.
There is a story, usually attributed to the Native American tradition, which illuminates different ways of paying attention. An elder, talking to a child, says, "I have two wolves fighting in my heart. One wolf is fearful, vengeful, envious, resentful, and deceitful. The other wolf is compassionate, loving, generous, truthful, and peaceful." The child asks, "Which wolf will win the fight?" The elder responds, "The one I feed." That doesn't mean we try to deny or hurt or kill the angry wolf. If we did that, we'd end up in a long battle, all the while somehow making that wolf more powerful through our hostility and fear. Hating that wolf sucks the strength right out of us. Instead, we calmly pay attention to the angry wolf and let go of believing they have the answers. If we can do that, they end up lying down next to us, no longer an enemy. We help strengthen the kind and loving wolf, giving it nourishment and support so that we can follow it. That peaceful wolf can become our steady companion and show us the way through all kinds of different life experiences. Restful or chaotic, enjoyable or disappointing experiences may come and go, but we can have a guide with us through it all. This is what mindfulness can help you do. Mindfulness allows us to see our thoughts and feelings as they are beginning. It's very powerful to know what we're feeling as we're feeling it, know what we're thinking as we're thinking it. With mindfulness, we can choose what will strengthen and bring into action, and we can choose what we will gently let go of. We don't have to be at the mercy of old habits or old ways of thinking or old ways of being. We are empowered. It just takes practice.
So what does the video show? How does mindfulness empower us? It empowers us to validate our feelings. Because sometimes we don't do that. I am just being a drama queen, right? So listen to yourself, be kind, be compassionate to yourself, and that's the empowerment of why am I, right? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I having these thoughts in my mind? And so that's the beauty of the empowerment of mindfulness. And then we have the mindful minutes. I won't go into those, but do 1 minute. There's a lot of apps that we can do mindful minutes. Take 5 deep breaths for 1 minute. The second one is list 4 things you can see around you for 1 minute. That's another way that you can be mindful. And then we have list 3 things you are grateful for. That's gonna take you a minute. What are we grateful for? And then we have say 2 positive statements about yourself. 2 positive statements. You do this every day, it makes a world of a difference. Because sometimes we don't appreciate ourselves. Name 1 thing you are looking forward to today. 1 minute. That's all it takes. Those are mindful minutes. Because our favorite thing to say is what? When people tell us, why are you not taking care of yourself or self-care? What do we say? We don't have time. So that is a lie that we tell ourselves every day. A lie to make us feel good about it, right? Or why don't we exercise? Why don't we? No hay tiempo. But if we reflect and start thinking about it, it's going to change. I want you to, there's a box on your table. I'm sure there's enough. There's boxes of raisins, and we're going to go through this activity. Everyone should have a little box there. Let me know if you need. Yeah. I hope all of you like raisins. I was thinking, what can we do? Because there's a lot of things that we can use green tea, we can use dark chocolate, we can use lavender tea, we can get a cotton with lavender and smell it for a minute or so and just practice that mindfulness. So now that I want you to go ahead and grab a piece, open the little box, grab a piece. And this is a great introductory exercise for beginners to start practicing mindfulness. Since it can be attempted by anyone with any kind of food. In this exercise, I will provide you with a box of raisins, which you already have in your hand. Now I want you to start, just look at it, put it on your hand, on your palm, and look at the way it looks. How does it feel? How the skin responds to the manipulation. Its smell. You can bring it up close to your nose. And then if you want to taste it, you can. And what does it taste like? And just put it in your mouth and the sensation and how it feels and clearing your mind completely and just enjoying it, enjoying the raisin. mindful listening practice. The listening practice we will be doing I'm supposed to, there's a little bell here, but I don't know if it, let me see if it works. Just listening to the sounds, right? Like listening to the sounds of a bell, a ring. See if you can listen to any sound and focus your attention on that with your ears, your mind, your heart, and your body. As the sound fades, you can't hear it anymore. Quietly raise your hand. Keep your eyes closed and your hand raised. Before you open your eyes, take a moment to listen to the quiet underneath the sound. And now notice how your body, mind, and heart feel after listening in this way. When you're ready, open your eyes and we will continue. Bringing your full attention just like we listen to the sound. Again, thank you for being here today with us. There is a lot of other resources and apps on this presentation that you'll be able to take with you that are free, that you can access, and just don't be afraid to indulge in the journey of mindfulness. Thank you very much.